Hey guys, I am back from Colorado. I just had the most incredible time. It really kind of filled my cup up. We did a lot of backpacking, hiking, camping, and just like enjoying the outdoors. And it was so wonderful and just good for my soul. And I just did some challenging hikes. We did two 14ers in the Collegiate Peaks Wilderness area. It was jaw-droppingly beautiful. So now I am back and I'm feeling like totally revived and filled with like goodness in my soul. And I came back to my yard and you guys, it is looking wild out here. This is the front yard area. I mean, some stuff is looking beautiful. There's actually some blueberries ready to harvest, so I'll pick those. The yarrow that I planted that looked like a wet mop is coming back and it's doing really well. Totally loves being in the ground. Flowers are still blooming. The nasturtium, you guys, is off the charts. Wild. Like, look at this. You can barely walk through these beds because there's so much nasturtium. Some of our Brussels sprouts have gone to seed, but the bees are just loving the flowers, so we're going to let that be. We've got lots of peas to harvest, this like purple pea variety, and they're delicious. I just had one. We've got kale, which is definitely being eaten by some slugs, so we'll have to pull that out. The garlic that I need to take care of is well past due. We're going to rip that out today. The shallots, all in bloom. We're going to rip out the rest of those today. There's lots of herbs that have actually gone to flower. Like this is oregano flower, which is beautiful. We've still got parsley, we've got chives, they've got a second bloom on them. These beds I filled to the brim with seaweed. It's kind of starting to break down and fill in the little pockets of air that were there. That's great. And then we've got flowers, poppies, and other fun stuff still just like pushing out growth, which is really fun and enjoyable. Just like a lot of chores in general to get done, but the topics or the things that I want to get done today is I want to pull the rest of our garlic, I want to pull the rest of the shallots, and then I also want to take the potatoes and dump them out and do a little potato haul as well. So let's get started. This is a Chesnick red variety, and I left these in extra long in comparison to my other varieties, and I can tell that they're a little bit past due because the outer peelings are starting to go bad, but we're saving it, so it's going to be fine. Okay, this is the rest of our garlic for the year. This is all the Chesnick red variety. Some of them are a little bit on the smaller side and others are really, really good size. So I think we saved it right in time. Let's harvest some shallots. That is the end of the shallots and the garlic, and they look great. I think we should just go ahead and harvest these potatoes while we're at it. Okay, we're dirty, We have, I think, all of the potatoes harvested. Not a super impressive haul, but a haul nonetheless. I am way more impressed with the garlic and the shallots. I think those are going to be awesome. I've already dried the whole first batch and they're in the pantry, stored and ready to go. These are just some bins with room for the water and airflow. And then this is our whole collection of potatoes, garlic, and shallots. So I'm going to separate out all the garlic and shallots into one bin and then all the potatoes in one, rinse them all, get most of the majority of the dirt off, and then put them into the garage to dry. Okay, I feel disappointed in our potato harvest, but I feel really good about our second garlic and second shallot harvest. So these are all the Chestnut Red variety. The ones I did before was Georgia Crystal. And this is the same variety of shallots, just the second batch of them. I harvested one group of them and I wanted to see how they dried. Oh, that felt really good. Now we have our potato bed for next year cleared out, and this bed, you guys, this dirt looks fantastic. It looks really nutrient dense. The nasturtiums kind of had to get pushed out of the way, but everything is still so beautiful. It's hard to rip it out when it just looks so good, you know? I'm feeling really excited about this harvest. So let's go put this quick in the garage to dry it out. I'll also show you guys the status of the nasturtium seeds that I'm drying, and I'm hoping to use those again next year. Okay, so over here we have our nasturtium seeds drying. Half of them, as you can tell, are getting really brown and dry, and the other half are still green. When they get done fully drying, they're all brown, I'm just gonna put them in a sealed jar, leave them in the garage. Then we've got our garlic, which I'm just gonna let dry here with the fan on, and I'll put the dehumidifier in our garage once I shut the door. And then we'll just kind of let these go. They've got plenty of airflow underneath and all around, and they should dry well with the fan going and the dehumidifier on. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. I think harvesting those three things was a really good intro back to taking care of the yard and the garden and kind of just getting myself ready for all the fall projects. I think next week we are going to do a dehydrating week. So we are going to harvest a whole bunch of chives I've got going, some parsley, oregano, and I'm going to just dehydrate big batches of that and dry it and put it in jars so that we can use it all winter long. I love having fresh herbs, and since, you know, our growing season here in Alaska, we can't grow those all year round. I don't have a greenhouse currently. I think it'll be really good to harvest a whole bunch of that, dry it out. I did that last year and it worked great, and we ended up using it all way before the end of the year. But this year I've got much bigger harvest of parsley and oregano, so we'll just do all of that. And I'm just feeling really good about the fact that we harvested some stuff out of our garden, and all of those crops like the shallots and the garlic and the potatoes are kind of like put it in and then leave it, and then it's just magically done, you know, a while later. So they're just all so low maintenance, and they feel like they give you a really good reward. The potatoes, not so much this year, but I also just didn't have an amazing crop of potatoes last year. I tried a different method and I don't think it made any difference or improvement as far as quantity and size of potatoes. So we'll just have to keep testing out new methods next year and see how that goes. But I hope you guys had fun watching me harvest all these fall crops. I'm feeling really excited about that. Can't wait to get back into the gardening swing of things here this fall and harvest a bunch more stuff to keep for the rest of the winter. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.